Hello and welcome to Backlog Breakdown, the show where we have a backlog of games and we break them down one episode at a time. My name's Tommy, and today I'm joined by my friends once again, Aiden.
What's up?
And Luis.
Hello.
We are talking about episode 3 of Sly Cooper. We are on the third episode now. And boy, it was something. Vicious Voodoo. Any initial comments? Intro cutscene, I guess, the cartoon. How do you feel about that one? That one.
Always enjoy these. Though I feel like this one is a little weaker.
This has been my least favorite so far. But
Just talking about the cartoon, the intro, right?
I guess the content and kind of the story. There's
not a lot there.
There's nothing there.
I don't even remember it. It was like a sentence.
Ruby was a kid who did magic, and none of the kids liked her. So then she grew up and said, "I'm gonna be evil to get back at all these people."
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty much it.
I mean, was it the last one? Was it Mugshot another like bullied kid?
Yeah, basically. I can't remember. Was the fish guy? Was he bullied as a kid?
He was not bullied. He was just a rich,
just a rich kid.
Just a rich
guy.
He was
even
bored.
a kid? Was he ever even a kid? Was he just fish?
No, I think it did say. I think it did say.
I might have to go back and figure that out.
That shows my
I mean, I don't know if that's
common theme here. Don't bully people. But yeah, it was just leading us into the Haitian jungle.
Yeah, she's got like this like belly button.
Yeah,
jewel.
Ruby literally in her belly button like that.
It's like real rebellious.
But yeah, then we arrive. First level, Dread Swamp Path. Our new ability that we got from beating Mugshot is the rail slide.
A little bit of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Grind combos.
Pretty cool. I like the vines. I think a lot of times, so immediately you'll see probably in my footage is that I'm once again struggling with the camera. I think in this level a lot, I'm fighting the camera a lot.
I think it's just going to be the whole game.
Yeah.
Just the way, the things that they want you to see.
Yeah.
And how they want to direct you towards the level. I think the camera is.
We'll talk about that probably more as we get to the other levels. But yeah, I'm fighting the camera a lot in this one. But yeah, rail slide's cool. I am confusing it. There was a couple times where I'm like, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a slide or just walking along the vine. Like they mixing that back and forth a lot.
I did a lot of going back up the rail. Kind of jump circle. Missing things and stuff like that.
Definitely. Good gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, enemies. Let's talk about the new enemies we're seeing in this one. We got the very first one you see. What is it? It's a mosquito. Yes. It killed me immediately. I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, these guys are annoying.
Oh yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the attack animation is like.
Oh yeah, it's
very reserved.
Oh yeah, it's hard to even tell like what their attack, like what the hitbox is, what it's happening.
Yeah, I agree there.
But yeah, I mean, if you're from Florida, these are very accurately sized mosquitoes.
Yeah, especially compared to a raccoon.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this enemy is very annoying. I agree.
Yeah, I like the one cool thing about it is the animation it does when it kills you. It sucks your blood and then it like spits out this purple crap. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Happened the first time.
I was more like just yelling an obscenity. Like, come on.
Yeah. And then we got spiders crawling down, swinging down from somewhere above. Out of nowhere, a lot of places. They didn't seem too tough. I don't even know if any of them hit me at one point.
Nah. I usually just bum rush them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
Then we have voodoo rats. We got dudes walking around with sticks.
Are they rats?
Spells.
Are they rats?
They looked like possums or rats.
I think they're rats.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't tell what they were, but
they got some kind of.
They have the flashlight version for this world.
I was thinking some kind of like Ghostbusters ectoplasm fighting.
Yeah.
Raid.
They're cane looking thing.
I guess. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. They were very visually confusing. But,
I just remember Bentley saying, "Don't let him. If you get too cocky, they will shrink your head to the size of a pea or something." I thought that was pretty funny. And then we have like these vine monsters, these swamp monsters.
Yeah, like a lot of the enemies are getting more fantasy. I mean, it's
definitely a lot more mystical in this level overall. Yeah. But these guys are interesting because they're the first enemy that takes more than one hit, I believe, to kill.
Technically,
they come in pieces.
Yeah, technically,
that's a good point.
Yep. So you like hit them and then they break apart and they're like two dudes. I always kill them too fast. I feel like for a lot of these enemies, I like kill them so fast I don't even know half their stuff they do. Because
like the first time I faced them, I was like, okay, hit, and then like kind of roll back, let it come at you. But then I was just like, I've just
mash it. Yeah, a lot of mashing. I've come to develop with this game. It's just a lot of mashing. So going through this first little level before we get to the first open area, did anyone have any trouble getting all the bottles? I think I was able to get them all with this one without having to do any
I don't think this one was too bad for me.
I'm still not getting any.
Not getting any.
Yeah.
He's just face tanking me.
This one's pretty useful, Luis, because in this one from the vault we get electricity. I can't remember exactly what Bentley says. Some to explain it, but you basically have a stun gun attached to our roll now.
Yeah.
And it works somewhat.
I mean, 4. I mean, I still haven't found. I haven't found other than like speed runs.
Yeah.
Of what to use the roll for, but
it will do damage to some enemies. Although I think one of them, like the vine enemy, it did not work against. It just killed me when I tried to roll into him. But I was using that to try it out a little bit.
Yeah. Have either of y'all seen Inside Out 2 yet?
No.
Oh, okay. There's a character in there that uses roll similarly. It's pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
It reminded me
now
of that.
I have to watch that so I can talk about it next time. I think that's it for the first little area. We're getting, I guess it's introducing us to the theme of this level. We got the swampiness, the vines. The music is a little more dark this time.
Yeah, it's a lot more ambient.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah,
I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, a little more spooky. This is the Halloween episode of Sly Cooper.
Yeah, so some of the combat music, I don't know, have either of you guys played Spyro at all?
No.
Weirdly reminds me of some music from Spyro from the platformers around that time. I think Spyro was a little earlier.
It was, yeah.
But some of the like the battle music kind of reminds me of some of the level music.
Gotcha.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Getting the first key in this area to go to the open area, we figure out that there's going to be some times where there's these little candles we got to take out. I think I was not paying attention enough to Bentley when he mentioned that, so it took me a second to figure out, I got to break all these candles before I can get the key. But did that. That was easy. Rat people, being able to just see where an enemy can see based on their light makes the stealth pretty trivial.
Yeah.
I'm coming to find out so far in this game.
Yeah, the stealth is kind of, I don't know. I'm not really using the stealth unless it's actually
right.
A part of the you get the blue sparkles and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just kind of.
So you just went for this, I guess, obstacle. You kind of just did it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
Yeah. Speaking of stealth and all that, you guys notice, I feel like a lot of times when I'm like sneaking up on an enemy and attacking him to kill him, it will play like the whistle, like they caught me as soon as I'm like hitting them.
Yeah.
Even though like I was stealth the whole time and hitting them, like I don't know if that means I'm breaking stealth or it just means, oh, you got him, but it's going to make the whistle sound. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. That's another weird reason why I'm not like
trying too hard.
Focusing too much on the stealth part, yeah.
No, yeah, for the I think it's only enemies that have a flashlight, they'll do that.
Yeah.
And they'll like react. You're like, oh yeah, anytime
I'm getting hit.
Yeah.
But then no alarm is actually caused.
Right, yeah.
All right, we ready to move on to the first open area? A little mini hub.
Yeah, I think this is the best hub yet.
Yep.
Swamp Dark Center. Yeah. It's pretty neat. This is where we get where we just heard the intro song. I pulled it from this, the little ominous. Oh.
Yeah, I like it.
Definitely mystical vibes, spooky. One thing to note is we have a common pattern where the boss always has like an intercom for their lair that they'll come on the speaker and like talk to us or like talk to their henchmen.
Paging Sly Cooper.
Yeah. And this one, she's like, "Wake up, you lazy bags of swamp gas." And I thought the first time she said that, I thought she said something besides gas.
Yeah.
I was like, did she just say?
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. But from here, from the hub, which area did you guys go to first?
I think I did Lair of the Beast, maybe?
I think that's what I did first.
That's what I did
snake.
first.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all on the same page so far. All right, so Lair of the Beast. This level especially is, I think, where the most I fought. or where I fought the most with the camera.
Yep.
Doing all the
and also I had to like. This is where I was saying we have to go backwards on the rail.
Oh my god, I had to do this level over again because I passed the bottles, and I didn't know. Like I wasn't trying to do that technique with the jumping and circle button.
Yeah, you can just go back up.
Yeah. I didn't know you could do that, so I was like, I'm gonna have to go do this whole level over again because I missed a couple bottles.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even worth it. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, yeah, and it has a little like a Crash Bandicoot boss chase.
Yes,
at the end, which. I'm not a fan of those.
Yeah, I did not care for this because of the backwards facing camera and trying to get the bottles. And this, so like, last episode where we had the Carmelita Fox level where there's like a little chase scene. I liked that a lot. So that was like my favorite level, I think. This one is similar, but just doesn't not do it in the way that I like for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would execute it any other way, though.
Yeah.
Is the kind of
with
tough
the
part.
Big snake.
Yeah.
For sure. Because, I mean, even with the Carmelita one, the camera is focused on her, but it's a side shot in that case.
Yeah.
I think it makes it work better for the platforming. But in this, having to look at the snake. Yeah, I don't know how you do that different, but yeah, it did not work for me. I don't think I got through this one without getting hit because I did it twice.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely died. Which the water...
Yes, the water ability.
Man, now I know why they put it in there.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't think about that.
Man, I got.
Yeah. You don't have that, Luis.
I don't have it.
So were you getting frustrated sometimes? Falling into the water?
So I did game over in this level, but it wasn't on any of the missions.
At least just like you gotta get good, man.
But was it from falling in the water?
No, it was not from falling in the water. Oh, we'll talk about it later.
So it didn't impact you too much.
No. But this was the one level that the camera was the biggest issues, and I did like the suspense that it added, even though it was annoying with the camera.
Yeah.
But I also wasn't looking for bottles, so like,
true. Yeah.
It wasn't that big of.
Adds a little bit of a frustration.
Yeah, the vibe of the level is really cool.
I really like the vibe, and I this has been one of the levels that had the most suspense, just because of how it worked. It was like, it's janky, but it's still like, oh god, I got to get through this.
Yeah,
definitely a good idea for the level. I just think the execution for me failed a little bit.
Yeah. Also, Bentley had to overcome some personal demons to get that code. I wrote that one down. That was kind of funny.
Overcome some personal demons. It's like
still getting better.
Yeah. But the actual ability in that vault, I didn't know that when we got the ability last level to like detect the bottles and breakables, that was only for that level.
Yeah.
So now we're like rediscovering the same ability, but just for this level now.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't even think of it like that. Yeah.
Because
You're still using them.
early on this level, I was like using my binoculars to try and find bottles, and like I can't see them. It's not my ability's not working. What's going on?
Yeah. At first, I was just like, oh, it's just like if you didn't get it before. Here's another opportunity to get it, but it's just for that.
I think it's like you unlock it for this level. Like, oh yeah, well, Bentley's like, I hacked into their database and now we know where the location for all the things are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's two of them because it's the breakables and I think the guards. So that happens twice.
Yeah.
Which I'm not. I mean, I can understand because, it's hard to make every single vault have some cool new ability. I'm sure they're running out of ideas, even though they made so many.
Yeah.
So it's probably even better that they didn't try to come up with some new idea that's like half-baked, like the mine or the decoy. But, yeah, it was a little disappointing opening those.
Yeah.
Especially doing that level, having to do it again to get all the bottles and getting nothing. So, yeah. Anything else to talk about this? We don't know the name of that snake. It's just the beast.
The beast.
I don't think we ever.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's ever.
I don't think Ruby ever mentions the snake.
Did we wiki it?
I did not wiki.
Okay.
Editor, add it if you find the name. All right, we're ready to move on. What's the next level you guys did?
I think I did Piranha Lake.
The Piranha Lake. Okay.
Yeah. I did the Grave Undertaking.
The Grave Undertaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk. Are we ready to talk about Piranha Lake?
I don't know. Are we?
All right. Let's talk about Piranha Lake.
Okay.
This is a mini game or like a what were we calling it?
These mini game, yeah.
Funky level or wacky level. I think is what the word I was using.
Yeah.
Our first wacky level for this area. Thoughts before I say anything?
I don't know if this is worse than the driving.
Oh no.
But it's right above it. It's like it's not far. It's not far.
I think for me it's worse.
Really?
Just because the driving at least is like cool and fun at least if you're not like too worried about winning. Like it's like the mechanics and stuff is fun, sliding around stuff. This was just frustrating.
It was just chasing the fish.
Yeah. Chasing the fish was just not fun.
Yeah. Get at that fish oil, you know?
Yeah.
For the tanks. Yeah, no, it was like, you know, keeping track of what you have lit too. So like if you get to the end of the level, like 20 seconds left, and you're like, oh god,
trying to find which ones you haven't missed. I was trying to like do them in sections at one point to try to keep track of that. But yeah.
Where would you put this one, Luis?
No, I don't think it's worse than the cart.
Yeah.
If it's mini game wise, it's okay. It's like I'm doing it just to do it. But yeah, there wasn't. I don't know if it wasn't enjoyable. Yeah, I guess looking back at the rest of them, I don't.
It's just breaking it up and having something different in each level, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
sure.
I like the idea of like having the jet ski or swamp skiff they call it. But just the execution again for this one.
I think the mini games are supposed to be difficult and sometimes even a little bit annoying. Yeah. I do think this would be. I think last time we were talking about who made this is probably an intern level. This could be an intern level. Because they're just there.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, intern level detected. We got you. Yeah, how many tries did this take you guys?
2.
2? I think it was.
I did in the first one.
You did in the first one?
Yeah. Dang.
Luis is just too good. I think that's the problem.
That's why I know you don't need the bottles, dude.
That's why he's not doing it. Yeah, it took me probably 3 times, which was, I guess, the same number of tries as the car one from Mugshots. But yeah, for some reason, I enjoyed just the Mugshots one more just because of the minute to minute.
Yeah.
It wasn't as frustrating.
Oh, the car one took me 5 or 6 times.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it took me 2 times for the car one. But I found the car one harder than this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. For whatever reason, this one was not easy for me. Just catching those damn fish.
Yeah.
It was really.
Yeah. I mean, it just reminds me of that mini game in Mario. You know, you get corralling the penguins.
Oh, yeah, I hate it.
Hate it. Anyway.
Anyways, moving on. Grave Undertaking, next level. This is where we come across the next enemy type, the ghost rats, I think, for the first time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
are these the grape jelly ghosts?
Yes.
Grape jelly
ghosts. Purple.
The Smuckers.
So you can still hit them with your stick, so can't be that ghost-like.
Your cane has ethereal properties.
It's silver or whatever, like in the Elder Scrolls. What do we think of those new enemies and their little gimmick?
I don't think we've seen it before. It's just the classic, you have like a hive.
And
then you break the hive to stop the spawns.
Obelisk or whatever it is.
That was cool. I mean, it's very button mashy.
Yeah, you're just spamming.
Yeah.
You don't really have to worry about avoiding them too much. You're just cleaving through them.
I don't remember there being difficult in this level. Later on, another one I could say it's worse, but no, I thought it was nice. I liked it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a problem with the level or anything. I did get to a point where I was like, oh man, is this the longest level?
I was going to say,
is there branching paths? And then I realized that you're just looping back. On top of the first layer, which is cool. I think it's a great design. But yeah, I thought this was one of the longer levels for me at least.
Yeah. I had something I was going to say. Don't remember what it was.
Yeah, all right then.
Ghosts are cool.
Especially the grape jelly variety.
Yes, for sure. We get a new ability in here, but like we said, it's just another the binocular thing that we're re-unlocking for this area.
So and again, you're the only one using the binoculars, really. I don't think
I'm not using them a lot.
Yeah, I used them a little bit.
Really, the only times I was using them is before I got those abilities, and then every other level was not that hard to find all the bottles.
I was gonna say the only reason I use them for this is to find the bottles, but with the camera thing, I'm like, I don't know how I'd be able to use it with that since the angle's so
I think
weird.
I had the best luck in this whole entire level.
Oh, really?
Of getting all
the bottles in one go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like even like all the levels combined. Like I think I had too many issues.
Yeah.
Not because of the binoculars, though.
Okay. Ghost rats. Anything else to talk about for this one? All right. Good. Moving on into Descent into Danger. We're exploring, which one was this? Waterflow, overflow. Oh, okay. This one was the big like river of bones and goop, and Bentley keeps talking about how gross it is, and they need to call the government.
Body parts, too.
Yeah, body
I was
parts.
like, dang, all right.
Speaking of which, so now I remember what I was going to mention is Bentley is providing through these levels. He's providing a lot of like scientific explanation for this, like those things the ghost rats are coming out are like cosmological generators or like phantomological generators. Like she's trying to give it some like gizmo, term to like explain it other than magic.
Hey, look, we don't know he's wrong,
True, yeah. That's how it works. So this is kind of leaning into that more. So like some kind of engine or, process of getting all these bones and body parts to create the ghosts. What did we think of this level? A lot of water.
This one had some difficulty to it.
You're kind of crawling on those bones below the voodoo rats, voodoo whatevers.
Yep, and this level kind of does the loop thing again.
Yeah.
Where it goes for a while, then it comes back over.
Going on the rafters.
Has anybody survived, like, getting caught by one of the rats?
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
Unless you have
a horseshoe.
Yeah.
You're done for.
Yeah, because there's one I didn't jump far enough, and I kind of landed in front of him, and he just whacked me.
One shot,
This level, I fell off the top section a lot and just had to run back, which was pretty annoying.
Yeah. On was it just at any point, or was it the balancing beam thing?
A couple different points.
Okay.
There's a lot. Well, I think on this level, for some reason, I kept confusing the triangle and circle button. So I'd be trying to hit circle to like jump on a different platform or, different little walkway thing, but I hit triangle instead. So I just freaking fall all the way down. Sometimes you fall into the water, which is cool with the new ability, because then sometimes it'll just pop you right back up where you were, up at the top.
Yeah, the water thing.
Yeah, having that is very nice.
Okay,
yeah. This level might have the best level design.
Yeah,
I think this was my favorite level.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there for sure.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I enjoyed this level.
All right. Now we go on to Ghastly Voyage, the other kind of wacky level.
Yeah.
Where you're on another, they call it the hover blaster, but it's another like jet ski type thing. But you're not really on the water very much in this. In fact, the very beginning, they put you on this little boat thing on top of a boat or a barge.
Yeah.
So, which I thought was weird. It's like, why don't you just let them drive on the water freely?
Maybe the swamp water's a little too
too
acidic.
much. Yeah.
You can't. That skiff can't handle it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably some kind of technical limitation thing going on there, but yeah, this is a cool level.
Yeah,
I like this one.
Yeah, I liked it.
Just a lot of running and gunning.
It also had a new enemy. I guess we didn't talk about before, the burning chicken.
Where they throw the skull.
They throw the skull.
Is it a chicken?
Yeah, I couldn't tell what it is.
It looks like a bird of some sort.
Okay, he's just throwing flaming skulls at you.
Right.
Metal.
I think he's popped up in the level before this, but in this one, he's definitely very prominent.
Yeah. The chickens don't show up till later. They're kind of like the hidden boss, the real boss.
Oh yeah, the real boss. But yeah, this is a cool level. Going through sections where they're trying to overwhelm you with the ghost rats. So you're trying to break the obelisks or whatever, and having the chickens throw the skulls at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a mix of mini game and level.
Yeah,
right.
And I think they did it really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
I liked it.
Yeah, this one was cool.
Yeah, probably my favorite level of this area so far. Maybe I'll remind myself of something else, but
I think the one thing I did enjoy about this level also is every breakable will give you so many coins.
Yeah, a lot of coins.
This is how I racked up.
You rack up the lives. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Next level is down home cooking. Another wacky level. 3 wacky levels.
I've got chickens ?
Yeah.
Gumbo ?
Yeah.
What?
Bentley.
I made a deal with this ghost to help him get these chickens. But there's roosters in there you gotta watch out for, Sly.
Like out of nowhere, like these chickens are part of the lore now.
Yeah.
This level this one took me a few times.
Yeah, I didn't like this one either.
I wouldn't say I didn't like it. It was just like I can't put a word on it. It's as hard as you make it, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like it's not too bad, but the freaking bomb chickens.
Yeah. I think I've discovered I just don't like the corralling of enemies or animals trope in video games. Like that is not something I like. It just frustrates me trying to chase after stuff.
It wasn't my favorite, but
yeah, the one thing that got me is when they first spawn, and I forgot where they spawned. So I was whacking a chicken and I whacked it. It just came out of the door.
I was just gonna say you're just in front of the door that it's coming out of, and then you're like, what?
Talking about the roosters that blow up,
right?
Yeah. Roosters. Yeah.
Those guys. It took me a second to figure out what you're supposed to do to them, which I figured out, and maybe it's not the way. It's like getting them to run into each other. That's what I end up having to do.
I just ran.
Yeah,
and I think they also have like a timer.
I don't know. I tried to at one point just keep running from it, and it just
maybe
kept going.
Maybe I just didn't realize, but I was just jumping over seed bags.
So that didn't.
Yeah.
But got through it. Took me a couple of tries, I think. Probably more tries. Probably like 4 or 5, I think.
Took me a couple of tries as well.
Yeah. And 50. You had to get like 50 chickens? Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a bit of chicken.
Yeah.
So, wasn't a huge fan of this one.
And this has been, we haven't seen, Bentley's been involved a lot in the commentary, but no Murray, really?
No Murray in this whole area.
Yeah, I was quite disappointed.
I think that puts the nail in this area, this whole episode.
Oh, really?
No Murray, wacky levels. Like,
yeah. Like, would any of the mini games been a little better if, like, Murray was involved?
If Murray was the one that's had to drive the boats, yeah, I'd like that. And I was just like shooting the chickens or something, or shooting the piranhas for him to catch, or I don't know.
It needed more like quips. Yeah.
Or some jiggling belly running around. That's what I missed. Okay. Anything else to talk about for these freaking chicken gumbo?
No, man. But they will return.
This is the one world where we've had 3 mini games. Also, I think. So, yeah.
It kind of felt this one flew by for me because of the mini games. I think I don't know.
Yeah. And then I think the rest of them had 2 worlds, or like they're 2 hub areas, or have a loading screen, I guess, in between them.
Yeah.
But this one they're just connected to just walk.
Yeah. I guess coupled by a little bit bigger overworld.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Alrighty. So now we are going to. Are we ready to talk about the boss fight? Deadly Dance.
I still don't know what she does for the team. I will say that. Like for the Phoenix Five, what does she bring to the table here?
She opens locks magically.
She's just the wizard.
Yeah,
she teleports, man.
Just the wizard.
But we've got the mech guy, and we've got the brute. So why do we need a wizard?
She breaks. I think Sly says this in the intro. She breaks the laws of man and nature.
I feel like she doesn't even need the other people then.
All right, it just seemed like why is there another wizard to go in up against?
Definitely just a theme they wanted to do.
Yeah,
and so made up a character to fit.
Yeah, real quick to get into the level. Yeah. I have written down here Voodoo Eggbeater.
Voodoo Eggbeater.
That was mentioned. I just thought that was a great combination of words there.
Yeah, and somehow that created pressure or something. I don't know what the mechanics.
Yeah, to jump on the cauldron lid to get boosted out. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that to me didn't make sense either.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense.
I just thought it sounded.
Did you like the snake coming out to get into that area?
Yeah, that was a little bit of a different thing going on with the overworld. I liked it.
Yeah. I wish the big snake had been used even more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
Could have been 2 levels with her in it. I'm assuming it's a she. I was
about to say, if you're in 2 levels, I think you deserve to have a name.
That's right. We gotta figure this out. Editor, Editor, get on top of that. What are you doing, man?
All right.
We ready? Okay. Deadly Dance. What is it? What's the mechanic? Let me know. Tell me.
Zig, zag, voodoo.
Rhythm game. Yeah.
This is the best boss so far.
You think so? Yeah.
This is where I've died. I think like 7 times.
Oh yeah, this is where it finally caught you.
Well, I had issues with my controller too. Like I kept press. I don't know if it was the timing or if I pressed it too soon. I don't know what.
I think I heard about this. Are you playing the remaster?
I'm playing the bundled version. Yeah,
I think in the bundled remastered version, the timing or whatever is messed up for this boss fight.
That hit me a couple times, like near the end. Like it was always in the same
faster
area. Yeah, and it just. I kept struggling.
Yeah, just throughout the whole thing, I'm just thinking of J.K. Simmons, not quite my tempo. Like the whole thing, like not quite my tempo. You just get yeeted. No, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
I didn't like the beginning to the fight, I guess, where you just the chomping teeth. It was just like,
that was
just okay.
Killed the tempo or the momentum. Yeah, if you die,
it was just like an odd intro to it.
Yeah,
yes, and then if you die, yes,
you have to do it all over again.
Yeah, I don't think it was needed.
But yeah, I liked it. I liked the rhythm stuff. It definitely, it took me a few tries to do this.
Return of the Chicken Army. What's up with that?
I don't know.
A Rooster Army or something? I don't know. Like, I just find it funny how like all of a sudden they just kind of pop up. And it's like, oh, this is a thing.
Did y'all? I was gonna ask about the combat. When you actually got to her, did you just hit her straight away, or did you actually get into it? Like
dodging and stuff. Or like,
right.
I tried to hit her as soon as possible, but when she does the tail slap, that caught me like 2 times or 3 times where she hits you and dunks you in the water. Like she'll push you into the water.
Oh,
I was always able just to hit her on that first one. So I was wondering
you can fit a hit in, but I don't think it matters.
I was
just
gonna
a 3-phase boss fight.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't know how involved that was. And so you mentioned the chickens. I couldn't remember if the chickens were actually involved in that or not.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
That would have been wild.
You know who was involved? Her assistant Chumley, the turtle that drags you in. I felt bad for this guy because whether or not you make it to her or you get hit beforehand, Ruby, I'm pretty sure, blows his ass up.
Oh no!
When you get all the way, like,
I think I missed that.
He's like, I'll use my assistant Chumley to take you to me.
Right.
You get on the turtle's back.
Oh, okay. I do.
Every time you do that,
yep.
It's a different, like the mosquito and everything. Like she blows up whatever you're riding onto her.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
Like,
dang, the mosquito was determined.
Pour one out for Chumley. But yeah, good fight. Not bad.
I mean, the fight itself, there wasn't one, but the rhythm game, I really liked it.
It's my favorite so far.
I remember it being my favorite. Yeah.
Music was good,
and it was still my favorite.
Yeah, that was probably the highlight. Aside from the other blaster, wacky level,
no Carmelita either.
No Carmelita.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, till the very
right. It's in her final, which she just
Carmelita.
shows up out of nowhere somehow. She just knows she's just on our trail.
Just
somehow.
tailing Sly, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
One step behind all the time.
Just going down. But overall, like, where would you? So now that we've done 3 levels, where would you place this one?
Who's going first?
Oh, the world itself. I like it over the other 2. I do like it over the other 2.
I think it's just a step over Utah, over the Utah one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm the contrarian here, I guess, though, because I think this is. I want to say this is my least favorite one so far, but maybe this one's better than the first one. But I think Utah. I think I liked it better than this one.
Yeah, those 2 are close for me. I just think some of the level design in this stepped up a notch, and I think that kind of.
Yeah, I like the aesthetics, and the vibe, and the ambient music, and the enemies. Like I like the enemies and all. I like everything visually and sound about this, but mechanically though, it just falls apart for me in this one.
I do see there being some mechanical issues, but I think this was the hardest one so far, at least for me.
Maybe that's what it is.
Like the enemies, the one that the swamp monster, the fact that you have to hit it 3 times technically.
It never killed me, but yeah.
It didn't kill me. I had to like back up though a few times. Like I wouldn't, for some reason, I just couldn't hit it. And that's what I was like, I know there's an ability, the dive ability I remember using a lot for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that one was really useful. It might even count as 2 hits sometimes, depending on where it lands.
I don't think I used that against him. I used the dive on some other enemies, but I don't think him.
So y'all, the abilities, then y'all aren't using any of them?
I was using fast sometimes to like get back if I fell down.
Sounds like the water one's been the peak.
Yeah, but that one's like you don't even really use it.
The
it's
passive.
just kind of like but yeah, no, it's just I don't think the game's really forcing you to use any of them.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but I feel like if you're gonna add in major abilities, I feel like you need to add in mechanics into the level. That's the problem, I guess, with the whole structure of it being like an optional collectible, because like you can miss them. So like, I'm sure the developers are like, well, we can't force them to be able to
to have the ability if it's optional to even get it in the first place.
No,
so,
I agree.
So I think they just put themselves in a corner there. They probably should have made you like maybe defeating a certain level just gives you the ability instead of having to do the vault thing. I don't know. It's a toss up.
Yeah.
I mean, I could picture myself using the decoy for that, at least the first area.
I don't know, man. Decoy.
Now, I unless I'm confusing with the second slide, I remember using decoy a lot.
I think it just takes so long to throw it out. Like it's like 3-second animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what? So you're talking about the area with the key that you would use?
Yeah. So that the intro to get into her layer.
Yeah, that
at
might
the
have been
beginning,
useful
little
there.
maze. I was like, I'll just throw it out there and go over here in the meantime.
Yeah, it's just so much easier just to just keep running and mashing square though. Is the problem. Like so many problems in this game are solved by running and mashing square.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a lot of these.
Yeah.
Some of these older platformers, it's like a lot of the time you're really not doing a whole lot outside of just mashing. Maybe that attributes a little bit to my playstyle a little bit, like just kind of a stubborn, I'm going to use this build and I'm not going to deviate from it. So I don't know.
And I think this game, it came out years ago and definitely more for kids, I would say. So like as a kid, I remember, I definitely liked it more. I was like, oh, I could do this. Let me try
as a kid,
this.
not getting the water invincibility.
Oh man.
Got my butt kicked.
But yeah.
And did you do any of the time trials this time? No.
No, no. I tried a couple in the last level, and I'm like, dude, these are
getting worse.
I'm gonna spend hours on this.
Yeah.
They're tough. They're tough.
Yeah, I didn't try them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree with Aiden.
And then we get introduced to the.
So the next Sly ancestor, Slyton Common, which his ability I think was invisibility, which that'll be interesting I think to see
like
how that
thieving
works.
and stuff, yeah.
If you'll be able to like move and be invisible at the same time, or if it's going to be like stationary. I don't know. Do we remember? It can be a surprise.
Go through like flashlight enemies or something,
okay.
maybe.
I thought it was stationary.
Yeah.
That'd be a little disappointing.
Again, I don't know if I'm confusing the first or the second, but
Okay.
I think it's stationary. But we get introduced to his ancestor, and then the next villain.
Oh yeah, Panda King.
Mm-hmm.
He's tough and that's a capital T.
Yeah.
That means he's really tough. So I mean, I might be screwed here in the next area.
Going to China.
That'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. Should be cool. But yeah, anything else to talk about for Vicious Voodoo?
No, had a good time.
What was your favorite level? You said
I like the boss fight. I like the jet ski level where you're shooting on it.
Okay, yeah. What about you, Aiden?
Probably Descent into Danger.
That was mine.
Yeah.
I really liked
I like that one. So.
And then we've agreed that the intern level is definitely the piranhas.
Yeah.
That are the chickens, but probably the piranhas.
I think the piranhas.
Yeah. All right. Alrighty. Well, thanks everyone for listening. We'll catch you next time on episode 4 of Sly Cooper. See ya.